Horror games with PS1 styles are so popular in the indie game space, and I played a lot of them, and I would say that a lot of them, like the majority, are super good, scary and intense. And as an indie game developer myself, I guess, I wanted a piece of that cake. So I decided my next project and my second game will be a scary game, like a horror game with the PS1 style or something closer to that. And in this video, which will be a series of devlogs, I want to share my progress and the stuff I did to make everything work together. So let's get to work. Creating a controller for the player can be easy and can be hard at the same time. You have to keep in mind, is the player moving, is he sprinting, jumping, doing a backflip, all this kind of stuff. But luckily for me, I really don't need anything of that. I just needed simple script with the player moving or sprinting at times. That's it, which was really easy and simple to implement. And since it's a prototyping and testing period, that will do for now. But I have some ideas to implement further in the project just for the player controllers. And also camera movement, of course. With that done, I moved to the enemy, demon, monster, I don't know for now. I really didn't decide yet which creature it can be, but for now it's just a monster. Which in horror games, usually there is just one enemy that follows you and scares the shit out of you. So first I did some controller for the enemy, and all it really does is just follow the player around in an area that if the player has the flashlight on. Otherwise the enemy just like goes next to you and suddenly disappears to a random area, so you can progress a little bit in the game. And I guess with that you can just say that the monster just follows the light where it is to hunt you down. And with this simple logic, the enemy is done for now, and we move on to the modeling. First, I went ahead and created a bunch of models for the decoration and the level design, while trying my best to stick with the PS1 style. While it wasn't hard to do that, sometimes the mesh just really want to act weird and the textures like to be weird sometimes. I don't know, maybe because I'm new to 3D modeling or I'm missing something, I really don't know. But nonetheless, I tried to keep the style and it really came close to it, I guess. And as you can see, I imported the models to the game, and for some reason when I zoom out, the textures really become so weird. I really couldn't figure out what is the problem with that. So if someone knows what's causing this weird glitching problem, please help, I guess. And then as you can see, I added some door logic, some keys and UI and interactions, and it looks pretty intuitive and just works, I guess. And now comes the time for the monster model. At first I wanted it to be like a humanoid shape, with some scary looking textures and drawings on it and stuff, but with some weird deformation body, while checking of course some references online. And of course, if you want to do anything with art, really is your best bet is to make some references, a lot of references, and you go from there. Anyway, I tried to give him the textures and the scary face, I guess, but in the end I really didn't like that model at all. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I really didn't like it, and it really didn't feel right for me. Or maybe again I'm just new with modeling, so I don't know what I'm doing. Nonetheless, I tried again to make another monster with another idea, and now I made it a crawling monster. Something like the Silent Hill 2 monsters that are crawling, which are very scary. And I rigged the monster with a walking animation. That's it, just a walking animation. While having the reference, of course, which is a dog walking animation. And the monster came out cute, scary, weird. I really don't know how to describe this monster, but somehow that's how it came out. Maybe I'll do some changes later, but for now, this is the monster. So with that part of the animation and rigging and modeling done, Time to import it to the engine, which I'm using Godot by the way if you didn't notice. And I tested it, but it had some rotation problems, so I had to fix it I guess. Ah, good, now it's fixed. And bam, this is a cute, scary monster that will hunt you in the game and maybe scare you if you will. And they added a level and a flashlight, of course, and I guess it looks pretty scary. So this is the progress so far in this game. I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to add new stuff like dialogues, quests, and puzzles, of course. You need some puzzles in horror games. And I hope it really comes out scary as I'm imagining in my head. Otherwise, it's just a learning experience, not a scary one, I guess. And I really hope it won't take so long because I really want to share this project with you guys and I really want to see the feedback and where to improve and where to add stuff. All this good stuff. It's just a great experience to have, to be honest. So with that I will say have a pleasant day guys.